Please put it up.
We're gonna have to see.
Yeah, anyway, to that point.
Pause.
Don't pause.
Anyway,
Get up.
all I'm gonna say is, Chelsea, defending champions, have some respect. Have some respect. We're the defending champions. Christian, basically, we're not defending it well, but until May, no one can really talk to me because.
Listen, Leicester are more champions than you.
So how many goals does Vardy have?
12, I reckon.
And
We need a definitive.
and Chelsea have 11 points.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Is that
Chelsea have 11. Okay, let me double check. Let me double check.
Get Vardy's goals, please.
Moment of truth. Wow. That's quite a stat there, Jeff.
This is ridiculous. Basically, all I'm gonna say is, we're having a bad time.
Zach, aren't you a Spurs fan now?
Yeah,
Spurs.
obviously, when your team's not doing well, you instantly default to the second best team in London, which is Spurs.
Yeah,
Which
Vardy
is
has
Chelsea.
Vardy has 12 goals.
Oh my gosh. Nah, stop it.
Yeah, Vardy has 12 goals. Well done. But obviously, what I'm gonna say is, honestly, we're unlucky in some games this season.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't play bad on Saturday. Does anyone?
I watched the game. I thought you weren't great. You didn't look like a top.
No, I watched the game. I thought
Team.
Chelsea were unlucky. I think they were unlucky, but it's funny that they lost.
Yeah, but I didn't feel like I wasn't surprised when you lost. You know, like at the end of a game, usually you sometimes feel like if a big team plays and lose, you think, oh wow, that's a good result. I watched it and I just thought, yeah, still fair enough.
Yeah.
I didn't feel shocked or anything.
I felt the same as Jacob, to be honest.
Yeah.
I kind of, looking at the fixture list last week, I didn't see Chelsea winning before the game even started. Like,
It's a cold
I think
rain.
most
It's a
people
cold
would have
rain day
seen
at
it. And
Stoke.
said,
What did I? I was with Musti.
I
think, and I
Chelsea
said
gonna win?
we were talking about our next fixture, and I was like, Stoke away. That's bad already.
Well, have you seen
Instantly.
Chelsea's next like 6?
Yeah, we've got
fixtures?
Norwich at home.
You should
Yeah, we
win like your
should,
next
yeah.
6 games. Like,
But
on
after
paper.
the win against Dynamo Kiev, Stoke came at the wrong time. If you know what I mean. Stoke away came at the wrong time.
Yeah, James.
Do you think if Mourinho, if they lose against Norwich, that Mourinho will get sacked, or do you think they'll keep him?
I don't think we'll lose to Norwich first of all.
Okay,
And-
it's hypothetical.
No, I don't think he will get sacked. I think he'll resign more than he'll get sacked.
I do like the way the fans are sticking behind him. To be honest,
obviously.
Yeah,
I
respect
point.
that.
He is a top manager,
Modern day
so
game.
I just think, unfortunately, our season's already finished because we're not really going to finish in a high position.
You're not finishing. You're not finishing.
You could still get top 4. It's not likely, but you could still do it.
Jacob, why are you lying?
But they won't.
Why you always lying?
Oh my God.
My God! They've still got a world-class team, and the Premier League's mad this year and last year. There's a lot of results going.
I think, like you
Where you
said,
don't
if we win
expect.
our next 6,
You'll be back in the top 10.
we'll be
You'll
back in-
like,
I
up to
think
19.
Spurs
will peak
But main question is, can you finish in the top 4 this season?
I don't think so because we've got Spurs away in like 2 weeks. We'll probably lose that as well. I think the season's done for us, to be honest. We've lost too many games.
Yeah.
We've lost 7. That's too much.
It's
not even
December. They lost 7 games.
This time last year, we hadn't lost 1. Like, that just shows.
Like, me and Key, our birthdays are soon, and Chelsea have lost 7 games. I mean, that's the birthday presents there.
All right, well, let's move on to a team who is fighting for the top 4. Liverpool. Bad result at home. Well, that's their aim this season, to get into the top 4.
Balassi.
Yeah, Balassi.
I'm aiming to have a 6-pack by
Scott
the
Dan.
time I go to Barcelona in
Scott
January,
Dan.
but it's not going to happen.
That's Musti. Musti's not been doing any talking.
So, Musti, what do you think about the result? It's a very poor result. Klopp said that he felt alone in the. What's all that about?
Musti,
to the Anfield faithful.
Musti,
man.
can I ask you a question quickly? Are you wearing the glasses to show that you're behind Klopp?
Yeah,
I respect
obviously the scientist on it. But yo, all I'm saying is it was a poor result.
Yeah.
We should have got more.
Not really.
Like
though.
they got lucky with their goals.
But no one cares when Chelsea get unlucky, so you know.
Yeah, because that's Chelsea.
Yeah, but if you check if you were watching the game and see the stats after the game, we've had 22 shots. They compared to their 4.
But
compared to their 4.
Conversion rate. Conversion rate. in the Premier League this year.
But
That's
the
embarrassing.
main stat to come out of that game was Scott Dan scoring the winner. Was it not?
He's got the best conversion rate.
You keep coming back to that.
Scott Dan. That's what I'm
All right, we lost.
So why did Klopp say he was lonely in the result?
Because in the last 10 minutes, everyone's heads dropped, and that's what he's trying to work on now. He's trying to work on once we fall behind, we pick ourselves back up, dust off.
But he felt lonely.
Because the fans were walking off the pitch like 80 second minute, and they were already walking off.
But he felt lonely though. What's that supposed to mean?
I'm behind him. He's not lonely.
He's not lonely. We're here for him. Me and Muts are here for him. If he needs a chat, if he feels lonely, I think that some of the Liverpool fans probably thought, oh, it's Crystal Palace
Here
again.
we go again.
Yeah, because
And
we always
then
lose to
lost
Palace.
at
You know what it is?
Come
You know
on.
what it is? You know what it is? And I don't want to say this. It's the curse of Steven Gerrard. Steven Gerrard came to watch the game against Crystal Palace. It was at Anfield, and we
Didn't you
lost.
lose last season as well to Anfield? At Anfield.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
Palace?
yeah, that's
You know what this reminds me of?
Crystal Palace.
Do you remember the unpopular opinion when I said, yo, Gerrard's basically the worst thing that ever happened to Liverpool? This is just proving my point, man.
No,
Like whenever he's
wait.
in close proximity,
I wasn't there.
it's
for that.
impossible.
What
Oh, you
was
weren't
that?
there?
What was that?
Yeah, basically Jacob's face was red by the end of it. He was.
Oh
he
yeah,
wasn't
because
happy.
I'm sure Gerrard actually won the vote, but that.
Nah, obviously, I mean,
Yeah,
it was,
no,
it was
no,
pity
move
in
on,
the end.
move on,
It was
move on.
pity in the end.
Honestly, Liverpool is just. That's why I don't think they're a top club anymore. You lose too many silly games at
Nah,
home.
yeah.
Even though we're
obviously-
losing.
No, I'm
wait,
saying obviously
yeah,
they're not a
yeah,
top club
even
anymore.
if
They've
we're
lost so many players.
Nah, put it like listen, hear me out. Even though we're losing big games at home this season, as a big team, you can't lose at home to teams like Crystal Palace.
Okay, sorry.
We are now.
Chelsea aren't a bigger club.
Chelsea
than
are more relevant in Europe
Nah, nah,
than
Zach,
Liverpool
Zach,
now.
Zach,
So is that for Zach?
allow it,
Sorry,
allow it.
you're in a relegation battle.
No,
Zach, say
hear
it
me out.
yourself,
Hear
man.
me
Say
out.
it yourself.
Wait.
It's not even a part.
Wait, can I just say one thing? I think everyone, like anyone who doesn't agree with me, like I'll just walk out now.
Allow it, man.
Chelsea are more relevant as a European team.
Yeah,
Now,
now,
Europe-
not-
this-
not in
That
the-
doesn't mean
at
you're a
current
bigger
present-
club.
That means we are a bigger club at present.
No, it means you're
allow
more.
it.
No,
You're a
present,
better
yes.
club. at
You're a
present.
club with a richer history, but you're not.
No, we're a
top
bigger
club.
club.
You know what,
Liverpool are a
Esmond?
bigger club.
Esmond, I say ask everyone who's a bigger club, Liverpool or Chelsea.
Christian.
Honestly, yeah, Chelsea are more relevant in Europe.
Christian.
I'm gonna have to go for United.
What?
You know what? I'm not even in this argument, man. What Christian said.
So what are we saying? Sorry, is
Who's the bigger club?
or more relevant? Because there's a difference.
I'm saying more relevant,
Who's a bigger club or more relevant?
more relevant in European football. At
Well,
present.
that's
Why is
'cause you're
why,
in
sorry?
the-
Why has
Yeah.
James got two mics?
I don't know, man. I'm just doing so.
I'm not talking about that.
More relevant, I'd say, in Europe.
Yeah.
That's kind of doesn't make sense.
I'm not saying that though, like, I'm
The
saying-
bigger club is
You need.
Liverpool. Are one of the biggest clubs in the world. I can't-
This is my question. This is what I'm saying. Who is a more relevant club? Like, you know, Europe's elite now.
Okay, yeah.
Who's there? Chelsea or Liverpool? It's a simple answer.
Yeah,
really.
when you think of like,
Yeah,
yeah,
but you-
the Chelsea do win the argument.
That's
but
a stupid question. That's
but
like,
that-
what's a
but
bigger
that's-
club, Villa or Arsenal? It's because Arsenal
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
Champions
It's like
League.
saying,
That's not what
who's
I'm saying. I'm not saying
who's
bigger
more
club.
who's
I'm
more
saying-
relevant in the Premier League,
I'm
Villa or
saying,
Birmingham?
in the last 10
Yeah,
years, put it this way. In the last 10 years, we've
Yeah.
shot up to prominence. We've become one of the most elite clubs in Europe, and in that same time, you've just gone downwards. That's
Jacob, what
you
do you have to
Further.
say?
you have
Well,
to
he's
agree.
not wrong, but that's not what the argument is.
That's what the
You
argument
said bigger club. Originally, you
Okay.
said bigger
Bigger
club.
club. I'll stand corrected. Liverpool, obviously.
Yeah, thank you.
But that was all done when Alan Hansen was playing,
Moving on.
no.
and he's retired as a pundit now.
All right.
So you know.
But I think it's a silly argument because I just think it's an argument tailor made for a Chelsea fan.
All right.
Yeah.
Can we all just agree that Arsenal are just terrible in Europe?
Okay. Let's move on.
Okay.
Villa 0-0 versus City. We got a
Villa.
couple of guys who were actually at the game, and let's hear some feedback from the boys. So Jacob, how was the game?
It was 0-0, so it wasn't really like I was
Ball
hoping
draw.
for some goals.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
oh well. But
How do you think the new manager?
to be honest, I've not. I can't admit and say I've watched
Influence
a
the
lot of Villa this year because I haven't because I'm not bothered. But they played well against. Well, Man City weren't great. Don't get me wrong, but especially the first half, Villa had like 300 more passes completed than Manchester City, and they had more possession. They had. I think they had a decent opportunity. Didn't have create too many chances, but the midfield were running rings around Yaya Toure and De Bruyne, and
Yeah.
it was I mean, I don't know if Boney got injured early on. I don't know if that affected City's attack too much because he put Sterling up front, and we all know he's not the best finisher. So
He missed a header from point blank range.
Well,
I saw.
Guzan's head was
Yeah, Guzan was
yeah,
really close.
it was a tough one.
See, I was at the game, and unlike with Jacob, I've been watching Villa all season because I actually work at the ground. So it was a stark contrast. Like normally they'd play with no confidence to like loop the ball up the pitch, but this game it was different.
Do you think that's just new manager syndrome,
Literally,
or
because
do you actually think
I
this
think
manager?
I think
could be
Remy
good
Gard
enough?
recognised I've got an amazing player in Carlos Hill, and like in my opinion, when you see at the end of the season, Carlos Hill will be one of Aston Villa's best players.
The main thing that impressed me was their shape because I was watching it on TV, and they had the two banks of four every time City had the ball. They did get lucky, obviously, but then Richards led the defense well. To be fair,
Sometimes looks part of winning.
yeah, I know. And I just think they lack. The quality was only coming from Carlos Hill, if you know what I mean. They need more players to support him if that's gonna happen. and he looks like he's trying to bring Nzogbia back into the team.
That's
Like,
good. That's
It
good.
looks like they're playing for him. Put it that way.
Keenan.
Yeah, I back that. Like, I think Villa have a bright future now, but Man City, I think
Unlucky,
we gotta be
unlucky.
focusing on them because I think thing about City is I think when it's not going for them, I don't know if I have the required patience to like try and all right, let's just slow the game down, play at our tempo for a bit, and like they just need to have a game between themselves almost. And like kind of forget about the game and then take it to Villa. But it's like unless City to me they can only win 5-0. Like they're that kind of team. Like they're
One
so
thing-
offensive.
One thing I'd say is City looked like there was too much arrogance about them because De Bruyne had a chance where it came flashing across the box and he tried to backheel it in and it hit his
That's what I
standing
mean.
foot.
That's what I mean.
Like you can't be doing stuff like that in the Premier League.
No
especially
chill,
at
man.
this
No
time.
chill.
I completely agree with Zach because if you think about it, there was a naivety there in that change. You know, when Bunny got injured and his hamstring pulled up, he thought to himself, "I'm going to bring on Navas and De Bruyne and Sterling." are
I
just
don't
top
understand
strikers."
that decision.
I mean,
why,
it was
why wouldn't
naivety.
you bring in-
Honestly though, Navas had
Igalo.
a good
Well,
game. He was putting ball after ball on a play and but no, it wasn't even that. City had chances, but then they do what De Bruyne did. So instead of just tapping it in, which he could have done, he just tried to.
Do you
he tried
guys-
to be
do you
too cute?
The best part about the game was when Fabian Delph came on as a substitute, and the crowd, the stadium just shook. Like it was, honestly, I don't know how. I mean, personally, if that was me coming onto the pitch, I'd have turned around and walked back home.
Yeah, see,
I couldn't play with all like 44. Wow, how many 30,000
the funny thing
people
was,
just-
Delph came in, the whole stadium booed him. He went straight
Erupted.
he went straight to the City fans and started clapping them.
he gave his shirt to a City fan at the
Yeah,
end as well.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
it was, he was doing it to wind the crowd up.
Why,
rattlesnake.
why would you do that though? I
Why
literally
not?
just.
Because he's a
Yeah,
snake. It was funny.
They
The
had balloon snakes in the fans. Some of them.
the City fans were like chanting.
He's been there for so many years. I don't understand how you can
And I
be
know the
so
Villa fans came out with
Yeah, he's not going down.
Oh, yeah,
he's
he
not
sat on- he
going
sat on the
down.
bench or something like
Fabian
that.
Delph, he's not going down.
Yeah, it was
Do you,
good. It was
do you
good.
guys think? Sorry, James, did you want to say something?
Nah, I'm cool.
Okay, cool. Do you guys think Man United, because you talk Man United, Man City's naivety will cost them this
Yeah,
season?
I just think that
Over the course of the season?
they step
based
onto
on
the
that game?
pitch and some of them think they've already won it
Yeah.
before they've won it. Put it that way.
Yeah, I kind of agree with what Christian was saying. That's what I was going to say about the don't have another way to play. Whereas like United,
I think that was
Is it
Keenan,
Key?
wrong black guy.
yeah, and I think with like say for example with United,
Yeah.
we're prepared to sit with the ball for like 60, 70
Yeah, and pass
minutes
it
and
sideways,
just
yeah.
break
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah,
team.
yeah.
But it's not just pass. You say passing it sideways, but it's
Sorry,
It's
sorry,
fine,
sorry,
James.
Sorry,
don't you
James.
have a, you have a stat,
One
sorry?
thing I'd
Yeah.
was
Don't you have a stat? That,
yeah,
how many passes have
United have like I think average possession 59%, and 54% of it is sideways.
Yeah.
And the thing about James saying City play one way, I'd say there's nothing wrong with the way City play because they still create chances.
but
They break teams down. It's just the end product was too cute. Like when you're supposed to tap it in, just hammer it in.
I can
Don't try
see.
back heel.
I can see United winning the league this year
Really?
purely out of other teams messing up and United just not slipping.
yeah.
I can actually see
I
it
can
happening.
see it, but I wouldn't want to see it.
Because United aren't going to win the league through being the best team in the league.
Ever.
This is
Again.
LVG's. The way LVG sets up is possession based. It's
Sideways.
It's
Wear
yeah.
it in
It's
Yeah.
we play it's possession.
It's not
based,
exciting,
and
but
it's-
it wins
and
games.
and
Like there's not really a lot
it's-
you can.
I, to be
You
honest, I
can
can't
come
argue
with
with
all
it. to be
these
honest. I can't argue
sideways
you've been winning
passes and
games.
all this sort of stuff, but it's breaking teams down. And if we're in their third half, if we're in their
Final
half,
third, yeah.
breaking teams down, they're not coming at us. We've
West Brom.
constantly got the ball. I think Arsenal was literally a one-off. I
Sorry,
don't think
Esmond.
there's been another.
Arsenal was the
This
first
isn't.
20
This
minutes.
isn't. We shouldn't talk about United. It's not going to be good for views. To be
Yeah.
honest, they're not,
Yeah,
they're not
true.
the most entertaining.
biggest fan base
You know what I mean? So yeah, let's just leave United there.